like the tone you've set here. It's engaging and sets up the topic in a relatable way, making something as seemingly mundane as bathroom habits feel important. It also piques curiosity in a way that's likely to keep the audience interested. If you'd like to tweak it, maybe we could make the transition a little smoother from the surprising element to the storytelling aspect. You might want to subtly build on the idea that these habits can prevent big issues down the road, and that's why it's worth paying attention. Here's a suggestion. This is a great story that ties in an everyday habit with the larger theme of health and longevity. It paints Mr. Johnson as someone who is in tune with his body, and the connection between regular morning urination and kidney health is clear, without being overly technical. The tone is warm and personal, and it makes the message relatable. If you wanted to refine it slightly, maybe you could add just a touch more emphasis on the benefits of hydration, and how simple habits, like this one, contribute to more than just immediate health, but also long-term vitality. Here's a possible tweak. Habit 1. Regular morning urination. Mr. Johnson, a 75-year-old farmer from a small countryside town, has lived a long and active life. Every morning, without fail, he starts his day with what he fondly calls his health reset. Before he heads out to tend to his fields or check on his livestock, he visits the bathroom. He chuckles when he says, "It's my morning ritual, just like my coffee." For Mr. Johnson, this simple habit is as much a part of his daily routine as breathing, and he swears by its importance in keeping him feeling light and energetic. Growing up in a farming family, he learned early on the value of listening to his body. He recalls his father's advice. If your mornings don't start with a good trip to the bathroom, your body is trying to tell you something. Over the years, this wisdom has stayed with him. And now, at 75, he credits his regular morning urination for helping him stay active and sharp despite his age. From a medical perspective, Mr. Johnson is on to something. Regular morning urination is an important sign that the kidneys are functioning properly. Overnight, your body works to filter out toxins and balance fluid levels. And that first trip to the bathroom is a sign that your system is doing its job. For someone like Mr. Johnson, it's proof that his hydration levels are on track, and his kidneys are keeping things running smoothly. On the other hand, skipping or delaying this morning ritual can sometimes indicate underlying issues, like dehydration or poor kidney function, which might mean there's less fluid to eliminate in the morning. By paying attention to habits like Mr. Johnson's, we can catch potential health concerns early on. So what can we learn from Mr. Johnson? His commitment to his morning health reset shows that even the smallest habits can make a big difference in how we age. By simply listening to his body and prioritizing his morning routine, he's setting himself up for long-term success. It's a reminder to all of us. Start your day with a clean slate, both figuratively and literally. A healthy body begins with mindful habits, and something as simple as regular morning urination could be the key to living well after 70. Habit 2. Hydration and light-colored urine. Mrs. Edith, an 80-year-old retired school teacher, is well known in her neighborhood for her timeless wisdom and cheerful demeanor. One of her favorite sayings, which she shares with anyone willing to listen, is, "If it's clear, I'm in the clear." She's referring to the color of her urine, a habit she's diligently kept an eye on for decades. With her trusty water bottle always by her side, Mrs. Edith makes it a point to drink water consistently throughout the day, whether she's gardening, reading her favorite books, or sharing stories with her grandchildren. She never forgets to stay hydrated. Mrs. Edith's commitment to hydration began after a health scare in her late 60s, when she fainted from dehydration during an exceptionally hot summer. Her doctor explained how vital water is for every system in the body, especially as we age. Since then, she's made it her mission to stay hydrated and regularly checks that her urine remains light and clear. For her, this simple habit has become a powerful way to gauge her health and stay on top of her well-being. From a health perspective, Mrs. Edith's approach is spot on. Light-colored, almost clear urine is a strong indicator of proper hydration. Staying hydrated helps the kidneys flush out toxins, supports digestion, and even aids in maintaining joint and skin health, critical factors for aging gracefully. It's also worth noting that dehydration can lead to fatigue, confusion, and even kidney damage over time, making it all the more important to prioritize water intake as we grow older. On the flip side, dark or cloudy urine can be a warning sign. It may indicate dehydration, a potential urinary tract infection, or even more serious health issues. By paying attention to the color of her urine, Mrs. Edith not only ensures she's drinking enough water, but also keeps a watchful eye on her overall health. Her habit requires minimal effort, but yields significant benefits. Mrs. Edith's story teaches us an invaluable lesson: never underestimate the power of water. As she often says with a smile, "I may be old, but I'm not dried up." Her humor underscores a serious truth. Staying hydrated is one of the easiest and most effective ways to support your body as you age. By simply drinking water and watching for light-colored urine, you too can give your body the care it needs to thrive well beyond 70. Habit 3. Frequency of nighttime urination. Mr. George, a 78-year-old retired musician, is well known in his community for his soothing piano melodies and joyful presence. But not too long ago, his nights were far from peaceful. He found himself waking up 3 to 4 times a night to use the bathroom, leaving him exhausted and irritable during the day. At first, he brushed it off as just a part of getting older, but as the problem persisted, it began interfering with his ability to enjoy life. His energy for morning piano practice dwindled, and he started to feel distant from his passions. Concerned, Mr. George finally decided to visit his doctor, who explained that frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia, isn't just an inconvenience. It's often a sign of something deeper. After running some tests, the doctor discovered that Mr. George had an early-stage prostate issue, which was putting pressure on his bladder. With treatment and some adjustments to his diet and fluid intake before bed, his condition improved, and so did his sleep. Now, Mr. George jokes, "The only thing waking me up at night is the melody stuck in my head." Frequent nighttime urination is not uncommon among older adults, but it's important to understand what it could mean. Waking up once during the night to urinate can be normal, especially as the bladder's capacity decreases with age. However, if it happens multiple times, it may point to underlying issues such as diabetes, heart problems, or prostate-related conditions. For women, it could also signal a weakened pelvic floor spread. These are not problems to ignore. They require medical attention to ensure long-term health and quality of life. Additionally, frequent nighttime urination can significantly impact sleep quality, which plays a vital role in overall health as we age. Poor sleep can lead to memory issues, weakened immunity, and even higher risks of heart disease. By addressing the root cause of nocturia, you not only resolve the inconvenience, but also protect your body from the cascading effects of disrupted sleep. Mr. George's story reminds us that our body's signals are never random. They're messages we need to pay attention to. If you're waking up often during the night to urinate, don't just accept it as part of aging. Like Mr. George, you might discover an underlying issue that can be treated, giving you back your rest, energy, and peace of mind. It's a powerful reminder that good health starts with listening to your body, no matter how small the signs may seem. Habit 4. Lack of urgency. Grandma Ruth, a vibrant 82-year-old known for her incredible baking skills, recently began noticing something troubling. She found it increasingly difficult to hold her urine when she felt the need to go. This led to a few close calls, and once, during a family gathering, she had to rush to the restroom, leaving her famous apple pie cooling on the counter. Embarrassed, she confided in her daughter, who encouraged her to speak with her doctor. Grandma Ruth was initially hesitant, but she decided to face the issue head-on, knowing it was affecting her daily life. At her appointment, the doctor explained that, as we age, our bladder muscles can weaken, leading to urgency issues. This condition is common and often linked to an aging bladder, but it can also be exacerbated by other factors, like pelvic floor weakness, certain medications, or even dietary choices. Grandma Ruth was relieved to know there were steps she could take to manage the problem. Her doctor recommended pelvic floor exercises to strengthen the muscles around her bladder, along with some lifestyle adjustments. Urgency issues, like the ones Grandma Ruth experienced, can signal more than just an aging bladder. They can sometimes point to underlying health problems such as urinary tract infections, overactive bladder syndrome, or even nerve damage from conditions like diabetes. It's important not to ignore these signs or simply accept them as part of getting older. Consulting a doctor can help identify the root cause and ensure the right steps are taken to maintain bladder health. Taking control of urgency issues can make a big difference in an elderly person's confidence and quality of life. Simple interventions, like pelvic floor exercises, timed bathroom visits, and monitoring fluid intake can help regain control. In Grandma Ruth's case, she now incorporates her exercises into her daily routine, often doing them while watching her favorite cooking shows. She proudly reports that she feels more confident and in control, even during long afternoons in the kitchen with her grandchildren. Grandma Ruth's journey is a reminder that we don't have to accept every change that comes with aging as inevitable. With the right knowledge and proactive steps, we can manage issues like bladder urgency and continue enjoying life without unnecessary limitations. As Grandma Ruth often says now with a wink, I may be old, but I'm not going to let my bladder boss me around. Habit 5. Unusual smell or color of urine. Uncle Ben, a lively 72-year-old retired firefighter, has always been a man of routine and discipline. At that. However, a few months ago, he started noticing something strange. His urine had developed an unusually strong and unpleasant smell. At first, he thought it was due to something he ate, like the asparagus soup his wife had made the night before. But when the smell persisted for days, he became concerned. His wife insisted he see a doctor, and Uncle Ben, always one for humor, quipped, "If you smell something funky, it's time to see the doc." During his doctor's visit, Uncle Ben discovered he had a urinary tract infection, UTI, a condition more common in older adults than many realize. The doctor explained that unusual smells or discoloration in urine are often signs that something isn't quite right, whether it's an infection, dehydration, or even the body reacting to certain foods or medications. Thankfully, Uncle Ben's UTI was caught early and treated with antibiotics, allowing him to get back to his daily walks and gardening without any further issues. Changes in urine smell or color can serve as an important indicator of your body's internal health. For example, a sweet or fruity smell could signal diabetes, while a strong ammonia-like odor might indicate dehydration. On the other hand, dark yellow or orange urine can point to inadequate hydration or even liver issues. It's not just about smell. Cloudy or reddish urine may signal infections or even blood in the urinary tract, which requires immediate attention. Interestingly, diet can also play a significant role in urine changes. Certain foods like asparagus, garlic, or coffee can temporarily alter the smell, while supplements and vitamins, particularly B vitamins, might affect the color. While these changes are usually harmless, it's crucial to pay attention to prolonged or unexplained changes, as they may hint at a more serious underlying issue. Uncle Ben's story reminds us to listen to even the small signals our body sends. Paying attention to unusual changes in urine smell or color can help catch potential health problems early. Uncle Ben now humorously shares his experience with friends, saying, "Trust me, your nose might save your life." It's a light-hearted way to emphasize a serious message. Don't ignore the signs your body gives you, no matter how small they may seem. Habit 6. Experiencing pain while urinating. Mrs. May, a lively 76-year-old with a love for gardening, always prided herself on her resilience. But one summer, she began experiencing sharp discomfort while urinating. At first, she brushed it off, attributing it to just getting older. She thought the discomfort would go away on its own and kept herself busy tending to her roses and vegetable patch. However, the pain didn't subside. In fact, it got worse. Her grandson, who often helped her in the garden, noticed her wincing and gently insisted she see a doctor. Reluctantly, Mrs. May agreed, and it turned out she had a kidney stone. Her doctor explained that the stone had been causing the pain, and if left untreated, it could have led to more severe complications like infections or kidney damage. Mrs. May was surprised to learn how something seemingly minor like pain during urination could signal a more significant issue. Fortunately, her condition was managed with treatment, and she was back to her garden in no time, wiser and more cautious about her health. Experiencing pain while urinating is never something to ignore. It can be a sign of various underlying conditions, such as urinary tract infections, UTI, kidney stones, or even more serious concerns like bladder or prostate issues. Pain might feel like a burning sensation, a sharp sting, or even an aching discomfort. Whatever the type, it's your body's way of alerting you that something isn't right and needs attention. For older adults, timely medical attention is crucial. Conditions like kidney stones, if left untreated, can lead to blockages or infections. UTIs, common in seniors, can escalate to serious kidney infections or sepsis. In men, pain during urination might be linked to prostate health, while women may experience it due to hormonal changes or pelvic floor issues. Identifying and addressing the root cause early can prevent complications and provide relief. Mrs. May's experience is a gentle reminder that pain is never just part of aging. It's your body's signal to take action. Today, she often shares her story with her fellow gardening club members, encouraging them to listen to their bodies. As she says with a smile, "Don't let a little pain keep you from blooming like your favorite flowers." By taking her grandson's advice seriously, Mrs. May protected her health and set an example of the importance of addressing discomfort without delay. Habit 7. Staying consistent with fluid intake. Grandpa Lee, an 81-year-old retired teacher, has always believed in the power of simplicity. He often says, "A glass of water every hour keeps the doctor away." And he lives by this motto every single day. Whether he's reading a book, tending to his garden, or chatting with his grandchildren, you'll always find a glass of water within arm's reach. Grandpa attributes his sharp mind and steady energy to this simple habit, and he proudly tells anyone who asks that staying hydrated is one of the keys to his long and healthy life. Staying consistent with fluid intake is vital for maintaining healthy urination habits and overall well-being, especially as we age. Dehydration can lead to concentrated urine, which increases the risk of urinary tract infections, kidney stones, and discomfort during urination. On the other hand, drinking too much water in a short period can strain the kidneys and lead to overhydration, which is also harmful. Grandpa's approach, drinking small amounts of water regularly throughout the day, ensures that his body stays balanced and his kidneys work efficiently. It's important to find the right balance. The color of your urine can serve as a helpful indicator. Light, straw-colored urine usually means you're well hydrated, while darker urine suggests you might need to drink more water. Older adults like Grandpa Lee, who make hydration a consistent habit, tend to avoid the health pitfalls associated with dehydration, such as fatigue, dizziness, and even confusion. Proper hydration also supports heart health, digestion, and joint mobility, critical factors for aging gracefully. Grandpa Lee's story is a reminder that hydration doesn't have to be complicated. He avoids sugary drinks and caffeine in the afternoon, focusing instead on water, herbal teas, and the occasional fresh juice. He also incorporates hydrating foods like cucumbers, oranges, and watermelon into his meals. His consistent routine not only keeps his urinary system healthy, but also gives him the energy to keep up with his active lifestyle, from morning walks to family gatherings. In Grandpa's words, "Water is life. If you take care of your water intake, your body will take care of you." His story highlights the importance of staying proactive about hydration and listening to your body's needs. Following his example and adopting a steady fluid intake habit, you can support your health and longevity, ensuring that your golden years are as vibrant and fulfilling as possible. ___. Habit 8. Avoiding excessive caffeine or alcohol. At 74, Mr. Harvey is a man of simple pleasures: a good book, a relaxing afternoon walk, and a warm cup of tea. But a few years ago, he noticed his energy levels dipping, his sleep disrupted, and frequent trips to the bathroom becoming a nightly annoyance. A visit to his doctor revealed that his love for coffee in the morning and a few beers in the evening were taking a toll on his kidneys and bladder. Determined to feel better, Mr. Harvey made a change. "I've replaced my beer with tea," he says proudly, "and I feel 10 years younger." Excessive caffeine and alcohol can strain the kidneys and bladder, leading to dehydration and other issues like overactive bladder or irritation in the urinary tract. Caffeine, a diuretic, increases urine production, which can cause frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night. Alcohol has a similar effect, dehydrating the body while putting extra pressure on the kidneys. For older adults, this can lead to discomfort, poor sleep, and long-term kidney stress. Mr. Harvey's decision to cut back has had a profound impact on his health. He switched his morning coffee for herbal tea and now enjoys a calming chamomile tea in the evening. Not only does he sleep more soundly, but his overall energy and mood have improved. By reducing the burden on his kidneys and bladder, Mr. Harvey feels more in control of his health and is able to enjoy his days without constant interruptions. It's not about giving up your favorite drinks completely, but finding a balance that works for you. Limiting caffeine to 1 cup in the morning and moderating alcohol consumption can make a big difference. Substituting with healthier options like water, herbal teas, or fresh juices can support kidney health while keeping you hydrated and energized. These small changes help prevent dehydration, reduce the risk of bladder irritation, and promote better urinary habits. Mr. Harvey's story is a testament to how small adjustments can lead to big rewards. He often shares his journey with friends, encouraging them to listen to their bodies and make choices that support their long-term health. It's amazing how much better you can feel when you treat your body with care, he says with a smile. By following his example and being mindful of caffeine and alcohol intake, you can take an important step toward healthier aging and a more vibrant life. So there you have it. 8 vital habits that can tell you a lot about your health and longevity after 70. From staying hydrated to making mindful choices about caffeine and alcohol, these small changes can have a big impact on your life. Remember, listening to your body and taking action early is the key to maintaining your health as you age. If you found these tips helpful, drop a 9 in the comments if you're ready to live a longer, healthier life, or a 0 if you feel there's room to improve. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more life-changing tips. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.